Hey Pisces, hey Pisces Kingdom, I'm tuning in for a reading tonight. This is Pisces. I was laughing. I had to restart this reading twice because the message coming in with the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Seven of Swords together. Pisces, I don't know. Okay, this is kind of specific, so you're going to know who you are if this is your reading. But the message coming in is kind of like I'm viewing you from somebody else's eyes, like from somebody else's perspective. And they're viewing you as the Nine of Pentacles. And I just got full body chills. So the way that this energy is coming in is really interesting because you're doing your thing. You're focused on yourself. And the more that you give to yourself, the more that you focus on yourself, when you decide to kind of go selfish and work on yourself and in your craft and do your thing, that's when you look the most attractive. That's when you attract the most opportunities to your life. And it's kind of like Seven of Swords. It's like I'm viewing you from somebody else's perspective, how they're viewing you. And this is a really interesting dynamic because they're viewing you as, and this is very distorted because the energy that they're in is the Seven of Swords. This is someone who acts from the shadows, someone who kind of acts from their ego or has an alter ego or kind of like presents themselves to be someone who they're really not to get the things that they want. They don't care if they have to lie, cheat, and steal to do that. And because they can't have you, because you're not giving them the time of day, it's like they're viewing you as, and I'm gonna like quote unquote, like they're viewing you as stuck up in some sense because you have higher standards. You have higher standards and they cannot have you, they cannot attain you. And so they're willing to do some kind of like shady stuff underneath the surface to kind of get you or have you or take you off the market in a sense, because Nine of Pentacles is the singles card. It also is the card of being very, very attractive, like doing your own thing, being in your own energy, not really giving an F about anybody else or anybody else's business, not subscribing to any kind of gossip or any kind of image of someone who they're not. And the thing is, it's like, I don't want to say it this way, but it's like they played themselves trying to play you. Five of Swords in the reverse, Seven of Swords, the Five of Cups, Six of Cups. Okay, this is a person that tried to play you and they played themselves by trying to play you. And it's like you were so unbothered, you didn't even notice. You didn't even notice the dynamic. You didn't even notice that that's what they were doing. It's like you didn't give them the time of day. And it's like they were trying all these little things, all these little tricks and games to try and get your attention. And because they couldn't have you, because your standards are higher, now they're trying to call you stuck up for some reason. It's like the way that they approach you is like they think that they're doing things. They think that they're slick. They think that they're smart. They think that they're like, I don't know. It's like they think they got something going on, but it's like it's all in their mind. It's all in their head because it's not something that you are paying attention to. Page of Swords to Nine of Pentacles. You're very focused on yourself, on how to grow yourself, how to improve yourself. There's a new interest that has sparked your mind. There's something that you're learning, something that you're studying, because the light bulbs represent that you're like your mind is going on, right? Like you're learning all these new things. You have all these new ideas. There's a lot of inventiveness to you. And also 10 of Cups to 9 of Cups. I don't even want to get to this part just yet because everything looks really good for you, Pisces. But I just kind of wanted to start the reading off with this energy because it kind of feels like this energy is connected to this energy here. Energies from the past. 6 of Cups to 5 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the Sun in the reverse. Anytime that you've connected with people like this, with energies like this, all they do is they bring disappointment and they take away your happiness, right? And so you're done with that. So they can kind of try to project onto you that you're selfish, that you're self-absorbed, or that you're stuck up only because you have boundaries, only because you have standards, only because you value yourself and you know your worth. So it's like everything that they're kind of like projecting onto you or telling you that you are, again, quote unquote, like they are only saying that because they're hurt, because you didn't give them the time of day, because you're unbothered, because you're bored of people that are like that. Seven of Swords, again, it's like trying to keep appearances, trying to be someone they're really not. To try and play you, but they played themselves thinking that they were playing you. It's like the whole game kind of like backfired on them. Because what I'm getting here with this energy is that they're kind of like butthurt because they can't really get to you. Like they're not on your level. And it's not to say that you're better than anybody. It's just that you have been doing the inner work. You've worked on yourself a lot. and you had to heal yourself and heal yourself from connections from people that you tried to help, okay, and they pulled you down. So it's like you had enough of that, okay? The things that used to be attractive are now just like boring. They're just like toxic. It's like you don't get attracted to toxicity. You don't get attracted to games. You don't get attracted to people that keep appearances. Games are not attractive to you. This like push and pull. It's just like you're over it. Like you outgrown that phase. You have standards. You have standards. So you don't find anything that they are, anything that they represent. You don't find that attractive. And it's like you're not trying to offend anybody or anything like that, but they view you as stuck up because you didn't fall for their games. You don't find them attractive. You don't find their toxicity, their games attractive whatsoever. It's like beneath you, not because you're better than, but because you did the inner work. Because you did the inner work, you look forward to different things. You don't aspire. You don't have the same goals as this person or these kinds of people. The things that you're after on a whole nother level is the fact that you did the inner work, and you're not going to get stuck with a person that's going to put you through another cycle, that's going to leave you with empty cups and take away your happiness. You did too much freaking work on yourself to end up in a situation like that. So no, it's beneath you. It's below you. You have standards. You outgrew the situation. You outgrew these connections, and it's not hot for you. It's not attractive. It's not... Pisces, I don't know why. This is why I'm saying if this is your reading, you're going to know who you are, because it came in very, very specific from the start. In brighter days, you find yourself in a new paradigm where you are shining your light, and you don't want anyone to take away from that, and you don't want anyone to get in the way of that. So this is why what I'm getting from that Seven of Swords is like all these projections, all these insults that are just literally kind of like blowing up in their face, because if they say that you're selfish because you have boundaries, is because you've learned the lessons. You've given to the wrong people, and you've given to people who've taken so much that they left you with empty cups. So you're not about to be in this sad energy for anybody. You're not about to be disappointed for anybody. You're not going to let anybody take away your happiness because you worked so hard for that. So they can say whatever they want to say, okay? But yeah, it's like, Pisces, I don't know how to describe this, but it's kind of like, I just feel you getting offended. Like getting offended in the way that they kind of approach you, how they approach you. It's kind of like, whoa, like come correct or don't come at all. Like that's kind of what I hear you saying. Come correct or don't come at all. Because Seven of Swords is like, they were trying to play games, but they played themselves, because you didn't even look at you, okay? You see how you're kind of focused on that book, learning those new things and kind of being carried forth by your ideas, your inventiveness. And over here, you're focused on your pentacles, you're focused on your money, you're focused on yourself, on the things that you can touch, feel, and grab. So in both of these cards, the way that you're depicted is you're doing your own thing. Whereas this person here is kind of looking at you, doing your own thing, knife in hand, feathers in hand, under the moonlight in the shadows. They're trying to take, okay? They're trying to come up with strategies and games to kind of get some of what you have, or even get you to give them the time of day or give them attention. But the thing is, you've dealt with a lot of people like that. You don't find them attractive. You don't want anything to do with people like that, because you are onto better things. You've done the inner work, and you respect yourself so much that you're not going to allow these kinds of people around you. You, Pisces, because like, wow, I can't believe that they think that this is going to work with you. Five of Swords in the reverse. Exactly. These are the kinds of people, it's like, if I can't have you, nobody else can. If I'm going down, you're going down with me. This is the card. Five of Swords is winning at all costs. This is what this card signifies. In the reverse, it's just a shadow. So this is the kind of person that will do anything it takes to win. And it's just kind of like to prove themselves and to keep their ego like safe, right? It's like someone who has a very fragile ego. Trigger them. Any little thing can kind of hurt them, because again, they're playing games. They're playing games. And so anytime that you allow energies like this into your life, the moon, illusions, smoke and mirrors, like you don't even know what to believe. You don't even know what's real. So you don't entertain energies like this. Look at the shadows, okay? Look how gloomy these cards are. Look how gloomy. Getting a lot of sadness with this Five of Cups. You've been left with empty cups many times. And see how she kind of pours these cups onto the land to see if something will grow? That's her essence. That's her waters. She pours it onto that land. But look at how dry the land is. See all the cracks? It's like her final cup, she gives all 4 cups and nothing grows, nothing comes from it. So that final cup she's going to save for herself. And she gives that final cup to herself, and you go from 5 of cups to 9 of pentacles. That cup helps you grow this entire harvest, this entire forest where you can now harvest for yourself because you decided to put yourself first and give that to yourself. And this is why they're angry, okay? This is why they call you selfish, because they wanted you to continue wasting those cups on them. Whereas it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like they're like some kind of a vacuum. They kind of just, they're soul suckers, right? Because they don't do that for themselves. So all they know is how to take it. So they continue needing and needing and needing, whether it's from you and from other people. They continue taking because they can't do that for themselves. So they just take it. So it's kind of like a vacuum. Doesn't matter how many cups you give them, it's never going to be enough because they can't do that for themselves. And they also can't give you anything. They don't have that for themselves. So how could they replenish your cup if all they know how to do is take that? So yeah, Pisces, this is not a time to be generous. This is not a time to be considerate or loving to the wrong people, okay? Any kind of, and I'm going to say this, okay, Pisces, because this feels kind of specific. I'm just going to dare to say this. Anything that you have, okay, right now, invest that back into yourself. Kind of like a business. When you're first growing a business, all the income that's coming in, all the profits that are coming in, are meant to be reinvested and reinvested and reinvested so that it continues to build this momentum for the company. Because again, it's like, it just depends on the strategy, but this is kind of what I'm seeing for you. The more that you reinvest for yourself right now, the more that you're going to win in life. This is how you crack the code. And whoever you are, Pisces, I don't even need to say it because 10 of cups to 9 of cups, justice, you already figured that out. You already know that. 1444 on the clock. You already figured that out. You already know that for yourself. Justice is here. Like you had a mission or you had a duty or a purpose to be of service, to give back to your family, to give back to your community, to give back to people. Like you are a giver. That's why you're a Pisces. You're naturally a giver. But people just started to take until you were left on empty. And you're the kind of person, Pisces, where you are that fountain of life. So you replenish yourself. You naturally replenish yourself because you are full. You're full of love. You're full of compassion. You're connected to the divine. This is why the 10 of Cups is your first card. You already have that for yourself. But whenever you start to allow people to come in, whenever you start to give to other people, and I'm getting here that there was a sense of like you felt like you had to. You felt like it was part of your duty. You felt like it was part of your way to give back to the world. Like it was a part of your service. But the thing, Pisces, is that you might have blurred the lines. You may have blurred the lines because 5 of Cups, you ended up with all empty cups. Because the things that you were giving to, the people that you were giving to, the relationships that you were giving to, the things that you were entertaining in your life were simply not replenishing you. You start to put yourself first. You start to give back to yourself and they're like, oh, Pisces is selfish. Pisces is self-centered. You don't accept people that don't come correct to you, right? Or into your life because you have standards. So then they say, oh, Pisces is just stuck up. Like, that's what I was hearing. Like, when I pulled this combination here, the 9 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the 7 of Swords together, what I heard specifically, okay, the words that came in, this is why I had to restart the reading twice because I was laughing. All I heard is, you're stuck up. Like people or this person was saying that you were stuck up simply because you did not allow them to come to you in the way that they were coming to you. It's like, you know your worth and you have standards, and because you've worked on yourself, you're not going to accept anything less than that. Not that you think that you're better than, but if you did the inner work, why would you allow yourself to be in a relationship or in a situation or in a partnership with someone that's going to leave you empty? And this message is very specific, but the moon coming in, smoke and mirrors, they only keep appearances. And because you are a Pisces, you have the sixth sense, you're very intuitive, it just does not work with you. So it's kind of like you can see it from a mile away. It's kind of sad, right? It's kind of sad that they think that that's going to work on you, that they try and play these games with you. But you can see everything. It's like you can peek underneath their skirt. You can see behind the curtain. You know what's going on. You know what's up. Energy doesn't lie. And you are the kind of person that trusts your intuition And you've invested into your intuition, into developing these skills, because you've been placed in the Five of Cups for too long to kind of keep appearances, and the things that would impress other people simply do not impress you. It's like you have this sixth sense, you have this intuitive ability, you just take one look at them, and it's like you don't just see them as a person and their ego, but you see their soul, you see what they're about. How did they think that was going to work on you? Like, that's what I'm getting. It's so hard. I'm struggling so much with words, but it's a really like underhanded energy. Yeah, Pisces, the Sun in the reverse to the Five of Cups. You've been sad too long. You've been disappointed too many times. You're just not going to allow yourself to go through that with you. So it's kind of like they temper themselves, and there's this frustration that's coming in because it's like it doesn't work. It's like they try this attempt, it doesn't work. They try it like this, it doesn't work. It's like they're kind of finding ways to see in how they can get noticed by you, how they can come into your vortex, how can they get access to you. But the thing is, you are on a whole nother level. So the only way that they can get access to you is if they do the inner work and raise their vibration, because you're not going to pull anybody out of nowhere. Because you've learned that lesson too many times, where you've given your cups and nothing came from it. So Pisces, again, you don't need a permission slip to be selfish, Pisces, because your selfishness, because you have such a big heart and you're very compassionate, leads to selflessness, where you can choose who you want to help and how you want to help them. And you can give back to the community, to your family, to projects, to charity, to nonprofits, in the way that you choose, and not taking people on as projects. Okay, I don't know why it's coming in this way, Pisces, but the Five of Cups and the Sun in the reverse is very clear. These kinds of people, when they come into your life, they take away your happiness, they leave you sad and disappointed. And Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, it simply does not work. Six of Cups, you've had a lot of connections like this in the past, and so you've learned. You don't need to keep going through these situations to repeat this lesson, to keep letting these people into your life. So I'm going to clarify a little bit more, Pisces. You, on your end, you have really good cards, specifically the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Justice. These are your three first cards. So this is a really good sign, Pisces, because what it's saying is that everything is on track for you and you are on the right path, but you need to continue prioritizing yourself and yourself alone. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Pisces, if someone tells you that you're being selfish, that you're being self-absorbed or self-centered, do not mind those comments. Okay, it's like they're trying to pull you down because they feel you rising. This is your time, Pisces. This is your time to win. Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups to Justice. Through the divine justice, there's been divine intervention to grant you a wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups to Ten of Cups. They don't meet your standards. They're not on the same level. You guys don't want the same things. And also, their intentions are not pure. They have hidden agendas, Pisces. So just keep that in mind, okay? Just keep that in mind. So, yeah, I don't know why they thought it was going to work. Every time I look at that card, all I keep hearing is stuck up. Like, these people think that you're stuck up, but you're really not. They're just projecting that onto you because you have standards, because you have boundaries, and you love yourself enough to not put yourself through those situations. Yeah, you can't do that to your heart, Pisces. You have to learn how to protect your heart. You really do, because your heart's too big. You're too compassionate. So you have to be very selective who and where, okay? Don't, Pisces, also one message that I'm getting with that Nine of Pentacles is don't try, okay, some people may take this the wrong way, but Pisces, if this is your reading, you're gonna know who you are. But right now is your time, okay? And don't be friendly right now, okay? Don't be friendly right now. Don't be super open or super compassionate, because you have a once-in-a-lifetime kind of opportunity where Nine of Pentacles to Nine of Cups to Ten of Cups, your dream life, your wishes are being fulfilled by divine order, justice. But if you're the type of person that continues to repeat karmic lessons by opening up to people that are not right for you, or letting people have access to you that are only liabilities and not assets to you, not just in terms of money and things like that, but I mean energetically, okay? Family members that only pull you down, okay? People that bring up things from the past or try and keep you in this vibration of sadness and depression or disappointment. These energies, Pisces, are low vibrational. So you need to stray away from these energies because your blessings are here. But you need to protect your vibration. You need to protect your energy to be able to see it come into full manifestation, because what this feels like, okay, is kind of like spiraling down in energy. So it's like whenever you talk to these people, whenever you let them into your life, whenever you give them access to your world, it's like all they do is they kind of just suck that energy. And you're going to know who these people are, because after you talk with them, after you interact with them, it's like there's not much there. There's like this sense of indifference. They didn't add any kind of value. And on top of that, maybe they drained your energy. Maybe they made you feel sad, or maybe they were very negative, okay? These are very negative people because both of these cards are very low vibrational, both of them. So it's like you've been in those waters before, and that's not where you belong, and that's also not where your blessings are at. Your blessings are over here. So prioritize your vibration, Pisces. This is, if there's ever a time to be selfish, it's now, because once you attain this level, okay, once this 10 of Cups is fully fulfilled, and again, by divine orders, it will be, you're at 9-9. You're at the conclusion, about to step into the completion, which is the 10. 9 is conclusion, 10 is completion. You're about to receive it. 11 being justice, crossing through the portal. Through divine orders and divine intervention, you're about to receive this wish fulfillment. So as long as you keep yourself straight and good and on the right path and high vibrational, this wish fulfillment is about to be fulfilled. So your only job is to not repeat karmic cycles, to not let these kinds of people in or around you or in your energy. Because 6 of Cups, this is a dynamic that has unfolded in the past before. 8 of Pentacles, it simply does not work. It doesn't work for you. These people think that they can take a shortcut off of your energy, feed off of your energy, ride your momentum, take from you. Again, how many cups did you have to give to realize that nothing's going to grow there? That nothing's going to come from that? It's like 4 of these cups, 4 times. Maybe you gave them 4 chances. Maybe you tried 4 times, right? To realize that nothing was going to come from that. And that final cup is yours. And it's like you're using that final cup for yourself. And that's what takes you from 5 to 9. So yeah, it's like Pisces, you got your head on straight and you know exactly what it is that you're doing. Whoever you are, Pisces, I didn't mean to make this a specific reading, but yeah. It's like you already know what it's going to take for you. You already know what your goals are and what you want for yourself. And what I'm getting here, Pisces, is that when you're kind of like minding your own business, like when you're doing your own thing, and you're kind of like, it's like Pisces love to be alone, okay? Being lonely is a whole nother thing, but Pisces love to be alone because you're in your own energy. And it's like you get to control your own energy. You feel empowered. You give back to yourself. You love on yourself. It's when you open up to certain kinds of people, certain kinds of environments or situations or relationships with people like this, 6 of Cups, karmic cycles, that's when you end up in places like this. But when you're doing your own thing, you're always good, Pisces. Like there's a really good vibe about you. You're naturally high vibrational. You're naturally a positive person. But when you open up to other people, this is when you end up in this energy. This is when your happiness gets taken away. So it's like you kind of already know yourself very well. You know with who, you know what, you know when you've had the most successful years of your life, and you know how that's happened. And you also know when you've been rock bottom or been heartbroken or disappointed or betrayed, and you know how that happened. And it was when you opened up to people like this. So it's like you've been studying yourself and you know yourself very well enough to know what's going to take you to the things that you want. It's like seeing everything that you didn't want has painted a very clear picture of exactly what it is that you want to the T, and you're about to get it. So right now it's just a matter, Pisces, of keeping your head straight, continuing to make yourself the #1 priority of your life, and simply not allowing these people into your life and not giving them access. You have everything you need, Pisces, to arrive, and by divine orders, this is happening. It's a guarantee. The only thing that you can do with free will is create more delays or create resistance if you allow these karmic cycles to repeat in your life. But it's like, whoever you are, Pisces, you know better. You're very intelligent and maybe even a little too smart for your own good, because you see beyond. It's like you can see the whole thing unfolding before it even happens. And this is why you have that You have that foresight, you have that sixth sense, you have that intuition very, very developed. And sometimes you can be too smart for your own good, because even though you want to believe, you know, that they're not lying or that they're telling you the truth, it's like you already know. Your intuition is 10 steps ahead of the game. So Pisces, just keep doing you and don't give people the benefit of the doubt, because your intuition is 100% right. Okay? 5 of Swords to 7 of Swords. What I'm hearing, okay, I'm going to say it again, is if I can't have you, nobody else can. If I can't win, nobody else will. Okay? That is the kind of energy of winning at all costs, no matter what the consequences are. That's the kind of person that's just like reckless. They don't have nothing to lose. They don't really care. They can be very reckless, very immature. And you have a lot going for you, Pisces. So you can't allow people like that into your field, because believe it or not, the energy starts to influence and it starts to rub off. And you are a product of your environment if you're not aware and conscious. So yeah, it's like you've had many years to learn this. And again, you don't want to be in these energies because you know that what you want is over here and not here. Holy Spirit, any other messages that Pisces needs to hear about the situation? What would you want Pisces to know about the situation? Any advice, Holy Spirit? Okay, that was fast. 3 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Wow, that's a lot of cards. I'm not taking these cards. I'm gonna do one more shuffle. Okay. And then the Empress. Okay, beautiful, Pisces. Exactly. You have to protect your manifestations. You have to protect your creations, Pisces. So 3 of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles to the Empress. Avoid any kind of heartbreak or disappointment, okay, Pisces? Because your priority right now is to keep yourself healthy and happy and positive and in a high vibration, because this Ace of Pentacles is a brand new opportunity that's going to manifest into the Empress. A lot of abundance, a lot of opulence, wealth, prosperity coming into your life, but you need to keep yourself clear and high vibrational. Because if you are going through some kind of heartbreak or disappointment, it can keep you in a lower vibration, whereas your manifestations, your dream life is at a higher vibration. So that's why you have to be very careful who you're letting into your life right now, because people can feel this energy off of you, okay? You have this very magnetic, attractive energy because you've been doing the work. The 9 of Pentacles tends to attract the most people because she's kind of just minding her own business. His or her, okay, it's just a depiction on the card, and giving back to self. And the more that you give back to self, the more that you invest into yourself, the higher your value, okay? When it comes to your energy, when it comes to doing the inner work, when it comes to the way that you present yourself. Whereas these energies are very low vibrational and very gloomy. So this opportunity coming in, Pisces, is going to manifest into the Empress. A lot of abundance for you. So just keep any kind of heartbreak at bay. Keep any kind of energies that could lead to disappointment or disillusionment away from your field, okay? And don't reconnect with anything from the past that makes you feel this way. Because the Ace of Pentacles is some kind of new offer or new opportunity coming to you. But again, it's an ace, it's a 1. You still have to do the energetic work to bring it into a full manifestation, because you go from Ace of Pentacles to 9 of Pentacles to the Empress. Mind, body, and soul, mind, body, and spirit are coming to an alignment. It's like something very important is happening here between the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. Something is materializing for you. Okay, it's not just manifestation, it's materialization. Something is physically materializing for you at this time. So it's important to keep your energy clear and your vibration high, because it's coming into physical reality. It's like you did all the energetic work and now it's finally coming into fruition. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress? Any additional advice? feel like there's something here. There's like a connection between the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. Okay, King of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Eight of Swords, the World, Four of Pentacles, and the Judgment. Established. But the Four of Pentacles can also be playing it safe and kind of keeping yourself in a place where you're safe, but you're not growing, right? Because then we have the Judgment coming in next. This is rising to the next level. See how she's kind of holding on to that bag and she stays in this dry land, whereas here you go from 4 to 20. You allow yourself to rise above the situation, and you're hitting, or you're breaking through a new glass ceiling. It's like you're coming up. There's a huge level up coming for you, Pisces. There's a huge freaking level up, Pisces. Wow. This is insane. Stray away from these energies, okay? Stray away from these energies, because what this will do, because Divine has already said that this is yours. You are getting this wish fulfillment. It's already been granted. Ten of Cups is about to be fulfilled. But you need to be very mindful and very careful to not create more obstacles, not create more delays or more resistance by allowing the wrong kinds of people into your life, or giving people access to you, or allowing environments or thoughts or habits to kind of keep you in a lower vibration. Because what I'm seeing here is that you're about to skyrocket. You're about to rise. You're breaking through glass ceilings. Judgment, Major Arcana, the World. You ended the last cycle successfully, and now you're coming into Judgment. So it's like, why would you reopen something or repeat a cycle or a karmic lesson that doesn't need to be repeated? It's like you learned that lesson too many times. Too many times you were disappointed. Too many times you were sad and heartbroken. And that's just not a part of your, it's not a part of your curriculum. It's not a part of your lessons. You've gone through that lesson too many times for you to know that certain people can simply just not be in your life. Certain types of people. It's like, all I keep hearing is come to me correct or don't come at all. But Pisces, don't believe their lies, okay? Don't believe their words, okay? Actions speak louder than words. And energy, Pisces, is how you navigate this world. So really, tune into your intuition, tune into the energy, because energy does not lie, okay? They can kind of try to keep appearances and say the right words at the right time, but energy doesn't lie. So tune into that. Tune into that, because you're about to rise and you don't need anything holding you down. You don't need any anchors in your life. Holy Spirit, the Seven of Swords. Why are they there? And what do they want with Pisces? Why are they trying to access Pisces' life? Okay, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I just want to know a little bit more just to kind of close the reading out. Six of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Wands in the reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so I got this specific card in the last reading, I think 2 readings ago, okay? And what I'm getting again, I don't know if this is some kind of continuation of the last reading, but this message I was getting in the last 2 readings ago. The message was someone was being forced to transition, and they were being forced to change their ways. Like karma had hit them, there was some kind of tower moment. And what I'm getting with the Six of Swords again is that they think that you can help them in some way. But it's not like they want your help in a sense. It's like they want your energy and they want to be in your field so that they don't have to change, so that they don't have to do the work. But Six of Swords in the reverse, they're being forced to change by the divine. Six of Wands in the reverse, it's like they want to take your light, they want to take your victories, they want to take your trophies and your shine. They're not allowed to do that. 6-6, they've been getting away with a lot of shady things in their life, and some way somehow when they did this to you, when they came to you, it was like there was like a hard stop. Like justice, you can't mess with Pisces. Pisces is the golden child. You can't mess with Pisces. So it's like their whole thing came crashing down. You are some kind of investment that if they kind of hook you in or keep you around. Some way, somehow, you'll be able to pull them out of this situation. But the Six of Swords, a lot of people don't talk about this card in this way, is a very spiritual card, because in the upright, it talks about big life transformations, big life transitions, big life moves, not just location and place and job, but just like spiritually. It means like full-on transitioning from who you used to be and what you used to be. And so in the reverse is someone who has a really hard time with that transition and doesn't want to let go of how they used to be, of their old ways, and also does not allow themselves to transition. They do not. It's like someone who tries to hold on to the past version that they were, even though it's not working out. This is why when justice comes in, it's something that is kind of enforced by the divine. It's something that you kind of have to go through. And so Six of Wands, it's kind of like they see who you are, they see what you have, and they want that. They want what you have, they want who you are, but they're not willing to make the changes and go through the transitions that you had to go through to get to this place. So Seven of Pentacles, they think that if they kind of butter you up, sweet talk you, kind of, you know, say the right things, do the right things, if they invest into you, that some way, somehow, they'll have access to your energy or have access to you. But the thing is, there's no bypassing the work. They have to do the work. They have to go through the transition. And they're very low vibrational. Whoever this person is or whoever these people are, Pisces, they're very negative, or they have a very low vibration to them. This is why, again, it's coming in as a very specific reading, because judgment is who you are. This is you rising to the next level. This is you crossing glass ceilings, breaking through glass ceilings, and they don't want to be left behind. They don't want to be left behind, but again, Seven of Swords, deceit and lies. They're not willing to do the work either. Yeah, it's, I don't even, Pisces, I shouldn't have clarified that card because it doesn't matter. It's in the past. Six of Cups. This is in the past. 666, okay? They use, maybe they try and buy people. They kind of try and use earthly things to get their way, but things are not looking super great for them right now. And this is why they feel like if they invest into you, some way, somehow, they'll be able to kind of cash out on that investment. They'll be, if they deposit to you, they'll be able to withdraw, okay? But again, I feel like the message is repeating from the last reading, okay? If they deposit lies and deceit, all they're going to withdraw is more lies and deceit. Like it doesn't work that way. Like, the seeds that you plant are important. It matters. So if they're planting rotten seeds, that's all they're going to get out. It's like they have it twisted. I don't know. It's kind of like writing fake checks, okay? It's like paying with fake money. It's like this is why it's so like, I don't know why they thought that some way, somehow it wouldn't catch up to them. But it's like when they encountered you, it's like their karma is starting to catch up to them. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Because you don't want to deal with them, because you don't want to involve yourself with their energy. They're calling you stuck up, or they're saying that you're selfish. It's like, no, you just love yourself enough. You respect yourself enough to have standards. And you're not going to go down levels. You're actually about to blow up and go to the next level. So it's like, if they want to meet you there, if they really say that they want you, or that they want to be in your energy, it's like they're going to have to do the inner work. Is the only way to meet you on your level. But they're not willing to. They're not willing to let go of their old ways. It's like, this is the kind of person that will say the right things and, oh yeah, I want to change, and this and that, can you help me? It's like, no, it's just an excuse to kind of keep you around. But you have places to be and you have people to meet, Pisces. So keep rising, keep going forward. Yeah, the World, you close the cycle fully and completely and successfully. The Ace to the King of Pentacles, you're going to have a very big jump from the Ace being number 1 to the King of Pentacles, and then 4 of Wands. A big milestone, big celebrations coming in for you. That's why everything looks good for you, Pisces, but the only thing is, do not allow these energies around you, okay? Because it can create more resistance and more delays on your path, and you just don't need that right now. So make yourself the priority and give back to yourself, okay? Make sure that what you have going on, what you're harvesting, you're reinvesting it back into yourself, back into yourself. You're your most valuable asset. It's like you already gave too much of yourself to where it never came back, okay? So that final cup goes to you. Holy Spirit, any final advice for Pisces in regards to this reading? Any final advice? King of Cups. I keep seeing two cards that keep trying to pop out, but they haven't. Okay, so the Lovers and the Fool in the reverse. Why is the Fool in the reverse, Holy Spirit? Why is the Fool in the reverse? The Knight of Swords in the reverse? Okay. There's a decision. Okay. There's a decision that you have to make, but you're kind of hesitating because the Fool is taking a leap of faith. In the reverse, it's kind of like not taking a leap of faith. And then the Knight of Swords is pursuing something. But in the reverse, it's kind of like, yeah, there's like, okay, there's some hesitation or there's a bit of like a halt when it comes to making a decision. But this is a decision that you have to make. Eventually, sooner or later, you have to make this decision. But here it's kind of like a hard stop. You're kind of just like, whoa. It's kind of like you're at the edge of the cliff and you're like, whoa, hang on a second. Okay. I don't know how this applies. Okay, if this is your reading, you're going to know who you are. But the King of Cups, the way that I'm getting this energy is tune into your emotions, tune into your intuition, and feel your way into this decision because you may not have all the information just yet. And it's going to take you tuning into that intuition to get the answer that you need, to make the decision that you have to make, to finally take the leap of faith. Yeah. There's an important decision. This is what it feels like that you've been holding off on. It's not procrastination. It just feels like you just don't know. You just don't know. So it's better for you to kind of take that moment to connect and to tune in with yourself than to just kind of make a decision recklessly. So it's like, I understand you're trying to play it safe, okay? But it feels like the time has come to make the decision, whether today or tomorrow, whether sooner or later this decision has to be made. King of Cups, the answer will come through your emotions, through your intuition, through your EQ, through your emotional intelligence. You will feel into the right choice. You will feel into the right decision. It will be a full body yes. That's how you'll know. Holy Spirit, tell me more about this decision for Pisces with the Lovers. Anything else Pisces needs to know to help them with this decision and on this path? Nine of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the upright. Pisces, okay, this talks about losing sleep a little bit. And maybe even analysis paralysis or overthinking something. Queen of Wands. It feels like you're holding back. Like you're kind of apprehensive, like you're holding back a little bit, like you're reeling it in some way, somehow. And it's creating a little bit more anxiety and kind of like more like, how do you say it's like that hesitation is kind of creating more anxiety. It's kind of creating more sleepless nights. There might be a little bit of undecisiveness going on and a little bit of hesitation going on when it comes to making major life choices or even simple decisions. It's kind of like there's a little bit of indecision going on and hesitating and kind of, I don't know if it's not trusting yourself or if it's not trusting the situation. But both of these cards talk about either feeling into it with your intuition and manifesting your way into these new environments, into these new situations, maybe not having all the information, maybe not having all the answers just yet. It feels a little bit like a test, Pisces. It feels like a test of your intuition and your manifestation abilities. It's like you already got it, okay? You're showing up as a King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Like you already got it, but like you're doubting yourself. That's what it feels like. Like you have it. You're already a master at both of these things. You're a master manifester, and you're also a master in emotional intelligence and EQ, in your intuition. King and Queen. It's like whoever you are, Pisces, you doubt yourself too much and you overthink too much, even though you already have the answers, even though you're already doing it. I don't know. I don't know for who that message is for, but I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. I'm going to get a final card from the Oracle, see what comes in, and then that's it. Because, yeah, this was a really intense reading. I didn't expect it to come in this way. I don't even know for who it is, but this is kind of specific. So, Holy Spirit, any final advice for Pisces? Any final advice? Any recommendations? Anything else Pisces needs to know? Okay, so we have transformation, perseverance, listen and forgiveness, and then happiness at the bottom of the deck. Okay, Pisces, what I'm getting here, like with the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands, it's like you already have it, you're already a master, but you're doubting yourself. In the past, what I'm getting is there is some kind of thing that happened where you perceived it as a mistake. Like you perceive whatever happened in the past like a mistake. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you thought that you made a mistake. And it's been very hard to overcome that, or to not overthink. You kind of thought that you were listening to your intuition or trusting your intuition, but it placed you in a chaotic situation that you have to persevere through. But the thing is, maybe you perceive it as a mistake, but what I'm hearing from Spirit with transformation, it was a part of the journey. It was a part of the process. And now it's time to forgive yourself, because even though you've made it out of that situation, even though you've made it to the other side and you're good now, you tend to hesitate. You tend to kind of become undecisive with your decisions because you don't want to ever place yourself in a situation like that again. A little bit undecisive because of something that happened in the past. This is taking a leap of faith, and this is going forward, like full throttle. In the reverse, it's kind of like halting, hesitating, second guessing. Spirit's advice is come to that forgiveness within yourself so that you can come back to being confident in the decisions that you're making, because there's an important decision that has to be made for you to move forward to the next step. And again, the Judgment. You're about to break new glass ceilings, Pisces, so there's a need to really trust yourself so that you can take that next step. This is all I have for your reading. Blessings. Take care.